All right. What up? It's your man's Rich Ryan leading the way today. I'm hosting. We're back in action. Joining me is the Deebo of Decafit, the author of the Race Brain Drop, the meanest man in Milwaukee. His name's Marcus Wallace. What's up, dude?
I love the energy. It's good to have you back.
We're back, baby. Woo! Gotta clear that out. Also, in the third chair, a rarity here, the usual host of the HYROX Rundown, the fastest HYROX athlete to have played catcher on a collegiate baseball team. He got that dog in him. You know him. This is Matt Mason.
What up?
What up? Do you think that that's true?
No.
You don't think so?
Maybe. If we add a qualifier, if we say like D3 athlete, I think I might.
You just narrow this filter down even further.
Narrow it. Give me the podium. I mean, catchers aren't known for their wheels, and I can run now.
That's
Your
what I'm
boy
saying.
Can run.
You think there's like a D1 catcher who's like a
no, absolutely
flat
not
5K guy?
No, probably not, because anybody D1 has got some just tree trunk legs. They'd probably be great for lunges, but those legs aren't moving around a course like mine are.
If you go ahead, Deebo.
The CEO of Proven, you know they're all in on HYROX. He was a catcher, and he has done a HYROX.
What's his time?
Nick Johnson.
What's his name? Nick Johnson. Let's look it up.
I'm not sure what Matt's PR is, but his is 129.50.
Got him easy. That's offensive, Deebo. That is so offensive. I am actually mad in this moment. The fact that you just insinuated that the best I could do a HYROX in is an hour 30, which, by the way, great time for a lot of people out there.
Hard race. It's a
hard race. But for as much money as I have spent to RMR in the last 2 years, if I was getting 90 minutes for a PR, it's about time for someone to take my credit card away.
All right. So if you have a faster time, if you played catcher in college, you have a faster time. What is it? 70-30, 70-36?
Yeah. We're going to knock that down in Boston.
We're knocking that down for now. If you have a faster time in 70-36, let us know over at race.brain on Instagram. We might check it. We might not. Today in this episode, we're going to be ranking the best CrossFitters. Wait, the best CrossFit athletes who have done HYROX. The best HYROXers who have done CrossFit. Are we making sense, Deebo? Yeah. Are we on track?
It's just a mishmash. A little CrossFit, a little HYROX. Maybe they've done it. Maybe they haven't. Maybe we want to see them do it. We'll see how it goes.
No hard science behind this one. We're just going to be ranking it. We're going to talk a little bit about the CrossFit Games that's happened this past weekend in Albany, New York. Matt Mason was dialed in. He's not going to take what happens on the track and field. Matt says 400 meter splits, 2 seconds off, gets made fun of on the back end a lot.
Not happening this time.
Not happening here. So we're very excited. So I guess where to start with this. So the crossover between the two sports is pretty clear. Sports, that's a loose term there. The two events. So we wanted to take a look at the amount of athletes who have participated in the CrossFit Games and how they've done in these HYROX races, because I think it's just like an interesting thing to think about. So I guess we will go through and rank them all. But first, let's just kind of talk about that first event at the CrossFit Games, right? I think this is a good place to start, just because that was basically, is it as simple? The first event, for those who didn't watch, was run, row, run. It was a 4-mile run into a 3K row into a 2-mile run. Very American, just mixing up all the measurements of it all. What do we think? Is it that simple? Whoever wins that event is going to be the best at HYROX.
No.
Deebo, what do you think?
Watching this event, so it ended up being what, 47, 48-minute event. I think it became very clear that CrossFitters do not really have an aerobic base. So think about a long CrossFit workout is generally considered like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Once they start extending past like 30 minutes, it really seems like they are just in the pain cave, just holding on. And they can hold on for a while, and they can actually keep moving pretty good for a while. The only one I really thought that seemed like they had different gears towards the end was Adler. So he is the guy who won that event, and I think he would be the best HYROXer as well.
But he has not done one yet.
Yeah,
But he has yet to do
I
one.
think that I think this goes back to something that you have said before, Rich, which is if there some of these like they're not training for these long aerobic events. To Deebo's point, if they took a year off, maybe shed a little bit of muscle, focused on it, I think that what I saw is that there is glimmers of hope that they could be good. But I think that like emphatically, we're not going to see someone come in and dominate. The person that has the strongest chance of coming in and being towards the top would be the GOAT, Tia-Clair Toomey. Or do I think that she's going to come in and displace Meg, Lauren, Joanna? No. Do I think that she could be in the Elite 15 potentially if she wanted to? Yes. But that we're also talking about one of the greatest athletes of all time, regardless of sport. But outside of that, I think anyone who thinks that they're going to come in and they're going to give like our best athletes the work that's just a misguided conclusion.
At this point, you're absolutely right. Like maybe a couple of years ago, people could transition. We saw it with Miriam Van Roer, who finished what, 6th at the games.
Great games
Amazing.
for Miriam.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. I think that's the best finish by a female rookie ever.
She actually got this was actually a heartbreaker because in the final event, she just got out kicked, I think, by Madeline Sturt, who wound up taking 6, like just beat her out.
That's funny. That's interesting too. Let's stick on this real quick. We saw Miriam Van Roer in there, and we saw a lot of Tia Toomey. I think I kicked it to you guys in the group chat. Did they mention the word? Did they say the word HYROX even once?
No, they went to. It was almost as if I made a joke to Dawson about this. It was almost as if Dave Castro was like, "I swear to God, if you guys mention their name, you are fired." Like they kept talking about. They mentioned some of the athletes who had gone over into endurance sports.
Endurance is what
endurance
they would call
events. They refused to say the name HYROX. And even Tia, whenever they interviewed her, she was like, I think if I could do something different, I wouldn't participate in another sport for the entire. Like, she wouldn't even say it either.
Now, Deebo, you have experience with CrossFit from the like corporate standpoint as an affiliate owner. Are you surprised by this? Were you thinking that they were going to give some love out there?
I guess no, not really. I mean, especially at the very beginning of CrossFit, they were so protective of their name. You know, if you popped up and you were using their name, they had a whole legal team just dedicated to defending that name. So it makes sense that they also don't really want to be using other people's names on their broadcast. Yes, I agree. They were seemingly very intentional with not mentioning that with both Miriam and Tia.
And it's not that like, what is it going to do? Like, you think it's going to be people saying, oh, maybe I should cancel my CrossFit membership and go do a HYROX event. Like that they don't work hand in hand. Like that people going to HYROX events aren't then finding CrossFit affiliates to train at. Like it's not actually helping them because they don't make money off of like the games. It's like they're the people in the affiliates. So like it's either that, yes, they are being extremely petty and they were told not to say HYROX or World Fitness Project, obviously, or it's just incompetence, right? Or they just like don't.
No, I think it was intentional because there was multiple opportunities where I thought it was going to get said and they would use a different phrase. Like it was very obvious that they were not going to say it. And you have to acknowledge that at this point, some of the biggest names in the biggest names in CrossFit history are Matt Frazier and Tia-Clair Toomey, who are now monetizing. Like if you are in CrossFit, you know about HYROX. So that was the thing to me that like didn't make sense. Is it's not like HYROX is this like up and coming thing that could potentially take away from CrossFit. HYROX exists and everyone knows about it if you're in the CrossFit space. Most boxes are also HYROX affiliates at this point. So it's just like, it seemed petty to me personally.
My understanding of the relationship between CrossFit and HYROX is like the very first U.S. event in 2019 in Miami, correct? They invited like Matt Frazier out, so they were trying to have some sort of relationship with CrossFit. And yeah, now the tables have turned a little bit. I would still say the games are bigger than HYROX in many ways.
Definitely.
But yeah,
For sure.
obviously trending up versus trending down, I would say HYROX.
Although that was the
up.
lightest attended games that I can remember.
Oh, in person. I mean, in person, there's a lot of stuff going against them, right?
I
for
know,
that
but
venue.
okay, but all right. I'm just saying, Wisconsin bias. Every year that was in Madison, it was a huge deal. Sold out arenas, people outside surrounding the arenas, like in like the village area, all of that. It looked sparse in that arena.
For sure. And I mean, it's hard to say, like,
And
'cause we
prize
don't
money was
know-
down.
Prize money was down. Well, that's because of because of what happened last year. Sponsorships were going to be lighter. We know that.
But
And
don't they
attendance.
also factor in, that's part of the reason why they charge money for the open, correct?
That's not how they have done it in the past. This is the first year that they've completely funded it.
Prize money was also significantly greater than HYROX.
It is,
Yes,
but they're
agreed. Yeah,
It
but it's going
is,
the
for
wrong
sure.
direction.
For sure. It is going the wrong direction.
It'll take
And
a while to convert.
We don't know. We don't know what the Madison like if it sold out the very first year. It takes time to build up some community in an area. And
Why leave Wisconsin?
Look,
it's the home of hybrid, dude.
The Mecca is right there. There are a lot of HYROX people out there.
A lot of people.
I'm with you. They should have never left. Then we would probably be in a completely different situation if they just stayed in Madison.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
So no shots there. But if they stick in Albany, maybe it grows. But this was just like obviously going to be a down year for them. I don't say the word HYROX. Damn it.
I don't want to take I'm not taking the host chair. I just have a question for you two, because Rich, you are an elite at this point, firmly an elite athlete. Deebo is also an elite athlete.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys, just to contextualize it for the listeners? So the best time that we had, actually the men's times were rather impressive to me. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dudes break 50 minutes on run, row, run. And then Medeiros was super close. He was 50.05. So Adler won at 46.16. Medeiros got 12th at 50.05. Rich, run, row, run. Deebo, run, row, run. What are you putting up for a time? 4-mile run, 3K row, 2-mile run.
I'll answer for Rich. Rich would smoke them all.
Well, yes, that goes without saying.
I think I'd be in the mix.
Saying,
I think I'd outrun Adler at the end.
Let's contextualize this.
You think you sit and kick on Adler? Because the first miles were like 6-minute miles, right? Those first 4.
I had it. I took splits from exactly when they left the rower to at the finish line. So assuming that actually was 2 miles, he was at 5:38 pace for the last 2 miles,
which is good,
which is pretty solid.
And it became obvious towards the end that Adler was perfectly happy to let Roman and Ricky blow themselves up and then pull away from them at the end. Like, he definitely could have gone faster, I think, but he was happy to let them set the pace and self-destruct. Like, not too dissimilar to what we see in a HYROX. I mean, literally, I actually thought like this feels very HYROX-y. Ricky and Roman took it out hot, blew themselves up, and Adler just ate them up on the final 2 runs. Our final 2 miles.
So finishing in those 5:38s is solid. I'd probably do the first 4 miles in 5:30s and have like a 2-minute cushion on the row, and then do 151s or something like that, 152s maybe, and then finish probably around the same. Maybe.
And Adler said he was rowing at 150, and that's what I had him as for splits as well. So
really bad at
not
math,
putting any time on you there, really.
So, Rich, you think you're coming into row at 22 minutes?
So if Adler was 46, I'd probably be like pretty close to like 44 flat. If those last miles I don't.
Okay, so you've got 2 minutes on Adler, and you're a 54 guy, confirmed, 2-time 54 guy.
Twice. Course is legit. One course definitely legit. Second course potentially short.
Okay, and Marcus, you think where do you think you fall in this field? You think you take Adler?
I think I beat them all by half a second.
Lean him, hit him with that lean at the end.
Lean. He's.
Dude,
I mean,
want...
you definitely have the height. You definitely have the height on Adler.
No one's beaten Deebo in that last 200 meter. No one's run under what 22 seconds, Deebo?
Yeah, I could beat him at the end. But yes, every single male Elite 15 athlete would dominate that event.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we also have a proof point here. Now, granted, I don't know that Ricky was really focused on HYROX, but Ricky's PR, is it still 62?
60 flat.
60 flat. Okay, so 60
change,
flat
right?
at 46.45. So what do we think? If you're a sub 60 guy, you think you got to be 46.30 and below? We think that that's the marker. You were right, 60.42 in Brisbane.
He was 60, 40, 60, 46, 45. Yeah. 46.30 is Roman, but I don't think Roman's running under.
I don't think Roman's running under 60
60
personally.
He does do well in these running events somehow, but I think
a lot of beef.
He's the guy I was talking about. He can extend it to like 30 minutes, and then it's just probably gradually dying.
Those last like 15 minutes would probably be pretty. I don't see it. I don't see it going under. What did Crouch run?
In HYROX,
Crouch is 47.50. Oh,
in HYROX, he's run
his best 66.46.
Yeah, I just think that's like it feels like for them there's a big drop off. The other one that I thought was a good idea of what they could do would have been, what order was it? It was hammer down then going dark, right?
Hammer down. It was like throttle up, hammer down.
Throttle up, hammer down. Yeah, the one where
they're like the same workout twice in a row,
right? Yeah, but you drop the weight vest. Granted, it's different. It's an assault bike, but I felt like that would be a good indicator of like what would happen as like the race extended out, because you just saw some people that hammered those first couple of like rounds and then they just like petered out at the end. So if it's 46 and a half is what we think is sub 60 for men, the women's side, what do we think? What is our, Rich, keep me honest, what's our time domain for women? 65 is the line.
65, I think we said, right, Deebo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so TO1 with a 49.49. Amy Kringle was second with 50.16, and then it started to fall off. Lucy Campbell, 51.36. Haley Adams, 52.02. Ariel Lowen, 52.16. Miriam at basically 53 flat. So we think like that 51 and a half or lower is a good, like, what do you think? What do you think Meg's doing?
Oh, she's smoking this one. She's actually crushing this one.
Yeah, Meg and Lauren are winning this
by a lot. No, I don't think Amy Kringle's under 65.
Okay. So then
the only question is if Meg and Lauren win it for the guys.
50.
One at a time, boys.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Meg and Lauren win for the boys. Because
Lauren ran a 17-minute 5K in a Deca Fit. So yes.
They're not going to row
if
faster
they row
than
at 2-minute pace. That's
right.
That's
Did you catch the splits on the row though? Because I thought they were all sitting
run faster than them by a minute.
One at a time, boys.
Yeah, did you get the splits on the row, Deebo? Because if I remember correctly, Ricky was pulling like 150s. So they weren't pulling that much faster than what Lauren and Meg would pull.
Yes, Matt, we already talked about that.
10 seconds.
So yeah,
nobody talked about Deebo. I'm not gonna let you be a jerk to me.
It's
not that I'm not paying attention, Deebo. I'm not letting you be a jerk to me. We're calling back to something we just talked about 5 minutes ago. What were the splits for the men?
150, and we're saying Meg and Lauren could hold around 2 minutes. That's only the guys are only putting a minute on them there. So over 6 miles, they would have to run.
Yeah,
that minute faster. And I think
because Rich, you just talked about this on RMR. What was Meg's 5K test? 155.
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know if it was that fast. I forget. Yeah, I don't know. It would be close if Lauren could run. It'd be very, very close because she'd have to run like 5:45s to like be able to make up that time. She could maybe do. I don't know.
She could do. I think she could. I think her and Meg could both do it.
It'd be really close. All right, let us know what you think in the comments.
Anthony, let us know in the comments.
Anybody
if
else
your
but
wife
Anthony?
has got this.
We know the answer, what he thinks. Anybody else who has an opinion on this, let us know in the comments if you think the women would beat the men in this event. The run, row, run. Let's get to the actual topic at hand. We want to rank these CrossFitters in terms of where they are all time as HYROX athletes. Where do you want to start, boys? Women or men?
Let's go with the woman.
Let's
A
start
clear
with the
number one.
So we think that Tia Toomey is the best here, but
It is close, actually. Maybe it's not a clear number one. Tia
Yes.
Claire Toomey came in last year, obviously set the world record in the doubles, but the best debut ever by a woman. I mean, talking about someone who was very into the CrossFit game scene individually, Christy Aramo O'Connell, 64:37 in her one race, was one of the most impressive debuts I've seen.
do you think Christy beats Tia in run, row, run right now?
Right now, maybe.
She can
Did
run.
you see? Did you see her splits on the 70.3 she just did?
Mm-mm.
Let me pull it up. You keep talking. It was. She was like 4:45, I think.
And then she ran like a 2:40 something marathon. Like that is like national class of marathon running. What that means over the course of 10K, not sure. Probably something. But I think she might be able to outrun Tia right now.
Tia did those last 2 miles was like 6:20 pace, and there was someone relatively close. So I think if she was fading like that, I think Christy's got her.
So then what does that mean for HYROX? Christy has done one solo, she's done a couple doubles. What's Christy's mixed doubles time?
She ran a 56 with Grumke.
And where is Tia and James?
55 mid. But Newbury is definitely probably a better athlete than Grumke. No disrespect.
It's pretty close. I don't know. What do you think, Deebo? It's your call.
First off, are we counting Michaela Norman as a CrossFitter doing HYROX?
So Michaela is a CrossFit Games athlete as a
Team, yes.
So I think as a technicality, probably she would count toward this. It depends on what we want to do. Are we expanding this in the team? Are we then expanding it into sanctionals, regionals? Where does it end?
I feel like there are so many teams there. We should limit it to individual CrossFit Games athletes.
Individual CrossFit Games.
Similar to how in
probably,
HYROX, if you're in doubles, you aren't really Elite 15 if you're in doubles.
That's not true. Stop saying that. Don't say that ever
Well, he
again.
is Elite 15 because he's raced Elite 15. I
That's
have
true.
I have the data. I have the data for you. This is Christie's 70.3. These are her 70.3 splits from this past weekend. She swam in 35 minutes, transitioned to 3 minutes, did the bike in 2 hours 40 minutes, transitioned in 2:45, and then her half marathon after what is that? A half mile swim or a mile swim, and then a 56-mile bike. Her half marathon was 1:25:11, and I don't need Bracken or Jack. That translates to 6:28 per mile.
Only because it says it right there in those results.
It does not. It does not. It's offensive.
No, does it?
It does not.
That's pretty good.
6:28 half
end-
marathon at the end of a 70.3. That is pretty nasty.
That's about the pace that Tia was running after 4 miles in a 3K row. So I think that Christy's running would probably, I don't know, does that factor it in? Do we want to take, is Christy the best? She's also done individual. Tia's not done an individual for whatever reason, not sure, but she hasn't. So with the doubles times being pretty similar with a partner that, James Newbury is a top 10 CrossFit Games finisher. Christy didn't have that kind of partner. She's done some solos, really good, 64 and change. That's if she did a couple more, she would put herself right in that Elite 15 avenue. Won that race by a lot too.
I don't know. It's hard to go against the GOAT, but if anyone's got a chance to dethrone Tia, it's Christy. I just wish she would have done it again. I hate that she did it once.
Well, she did it once. Tia didn't do it once.
I know.
How are we
I
going to put her
know.
the best athlete? She's never even done a full.
I know.
And she did it once. I don't know if I really believe this, but then she had a video about, oh, I didn't even look at the course map. I didn't know what order the exercises were in. I just showed up and did it.
Wasn't even prepared.
I don't really believe that, but I would love to see her actually go after it. She seems to do quite a bit, has a good scholar social media and YouTube presence now she's got to take care of.
She's in that just hybrid. She is the hybrid athlete female version. But I think that is good for. I'm picking Christy here.
Me too.
Make it a clean sweep.
It is done. It is done. So Tia is number 2. Deebo, you want to share your screen? You got your list up, or do you want to like pepper names out there and you want to nominate it 2 or 3, and we'll just try to rank them.
I put it in the chat. It's not the best put together list. Let's see.
All right, it's not for YouTube. It's not YouTube ready.
There are really very few ladies who have done individual. Sydney Wells, we were all excited about her for that last chance qualifier. She ran a 72:33. Sam Briggs in the World Championships that were done on the air runners, the Elite 12. She ran a 71:56. Bethany Flores was actually pretty impressive to me with a 70:10.
Yeah.
Rebecca Fuselier, 76:49. As far as individuals go, those are the only individual CrossFit Games athletes that have also done an individual HYROX I could find.
All right. So for this, do we want to then put it into like this need to see? Do we want to start to kick around some names? I think Bethany Flores here has kind of earned that she has the next fastest time. But then if we get into the doubles, right? Like we haven't seen Jessie Smith do it or Lauren Stallwood. She's a team athlete though. They're both team athletes. We might have to include team athletes. Team athletes who have not run in a HYROX Elite 15. How about that? They count. Michaela doesn't count, is what I'm saying.
I'm saying this is a pretty sparse list. We may have to adjust our rules.
It's not that sparse.
Add some people in.
It's not that sparse.
This is all right. Let's. I mean, it looks like Bethany Flores to me, who was injured this year at the games. I think she did some commentating, but I was actually very surprised with that as well. Like how well she did. Was that Anaheim last year?
I believe it was one of the Anaheims. Yes.
Yeah, she did really well. I didn't know her as a runner type. And then from there, do we want to open it up to the Amy Kringles, Kristen Holtas? What about from years past? The Sam Briggs?
Sam Briggs, I think at her peak, yes, would have, but this all came on too late for her.
I know.
So that was always the engine from England. That was always one I would have liked to see. And obviously the World Championships weren't really probably her best showing, but also probably wasn't really prepared for it at all.
That was weird during COVID. It was like an invite thing. Yeah, I think she would do better than that.
I think that also goes back to Rich's point at the beginning, which is like they're fit enough to be competitive, but now it's become so specialized. If she put in a block, like Christy put in a block for it, probably would have gone better, different. We got eras, just like our world champions or top 10 of all time. We got eras.
So Sam Briggs, she could be in it. I'm okay putting Sam Briggs as third.
I think we should rank that above Bethany.
You think so? Matt, what are your thoughts? Not a big enough sample size?
So you're saying you're just going to immediately put her third because she's done one. We're going to put her third all time.
Well, she ran a 72 basically on those air runner situations during COVID before anybody really knew anything about the sport, and she was kind of washed. Right? Is that fair?
Okay, but there is an obvious name on here of someone who has run either a 61 mid or a 62, which is Miriam.
She's been in the Elite 15.
Are we counting her in this list though?
We have
No.
to. She just took 7th at the games. She's
She's
won
a
the
high-
Open twice.
But
She's
she's
the
not a
best high-
CrossFitter. She's
yeah,
a high
she's the best
roxer.
HYROXer to have done CrossFit.
She would disagree. I just say she would disagree. She'd call herself a CrossFit athlete at this point.
At this point, but she wasn't then. I mean, she's always kind of been. That'd be like
Okay, so how
putting-
many more years?
She's like
how many
putting
more
Wait,
years-
okay, I can settle this. She has not done a HYROX since she appeared at the CrossFit Games, so she cannot be on the list.
deal. Yeah, this would be like putting Hunter at the top of the men's list.
Okay.
Can't happen.
Okay. I don't agree, but fine.
You're outvoted.
Okay. All right. Then yes, I think Sam Briggs in 3rd is fine.
All right, and I think now that like Emily Rolfe, I think would do better than most of these athletes here. What do you think she would run? And Amy Kringle, because she was close-ish to Tia, she's probably also sub 70, right? Amy Kringle has done mixed doubles.
She has, and her partner, who was a guy when he did it, also ran like a 68. So she may have been pulling that team along. And let's see, they ran a 66-12. Yeah, I was very impressed with her on that run row run workout. So I would say her, Emily Rolfe, Kristen Holta was always one I enjoyed watching. She was also back on the team this year. Her team won the CrossFit Games this year.
They won. Wasn't she on there for like an alternate? I wasn't locked into the teams.
I did not watch a single team event, but I know she won. And they had
Okay, I
Tola
know-
Morquinho on their team.
I'm going to throw this out there just real quick before before we completely move on from the Sam Briggs conversation. I know that it was different. She wasn't training for it. It was air runners. I personally think that Sydney Wells' performance Anaheim 2024 is probably a bit more impressive.
You thought that was a good
That-
performance?
No, I'm not saying it's a good performance. I'm saying that I think that running a HYROX, the only people who actually I think that really think that air runners are harder than running is CrossFitters, and it's because what they have in their box. I think running a 71.53 on an air runner in a straight line running a 1K is, I think that that's probably worth 2 to 3 minutes to the upside. So I think that Sydney probably actually has the better race. And you were there that race, or no, you weren't there. Kent was there.
I was there.
That race. Oh yeah, you were. Remember, it was that stupid ass
Madness.
180. That stupid ass 180 into another freaking turn.
Deebo was
into the
there.
rocks
Couldn't
though.
navigate the
That thing
turns.
was dumb.
Deebo got there. Was like, I'm gonna crush
That's when I met
everybody on
Deebo for
sled
the
pole.
first time. I met Deebo for the first time at the race.
I don't want to
John
talk
Wayne
about
at
that day.
race.
He was mad.
That course was whack.
That was
I'm just
bonkers.
saying.
Here's the thing. I hear you. That is a good point about the straight line on the assault treadmill. If at the CrossFit Games they had a HYROX event, Sam Briggs is going to destroy Sydney Wells in it. Like, I don't see how there's any other way around it.
Okay, when you put it like that, fair.
Talking about these assault runners, did anyone watch the event where they used the Rogue?
The
World Way?
Rogues. I watched every event, all 3 heats, because I was not going to be put to shame.
Now heat 1 of that, they talked about these guys coming out and they were running 400s and it was like 210 they came off the runner at. And they're like, these are so much harder. They aren't that. I've run on those. They aren't that much different.
They're not that much slower. That was an event where the 400 was just kind of like, man, what was it with? It was with the deadlift, the fat deadlifts and the handstand.
The grips.
Yeah,
It was like the shorty bar. It was the shorty bar with the fat grips, basically. And then they had to do the handstand walks, and they ended with the 150 meter handstand walk. I think Tia was even coming off at like 2 minutes, which means that they were running what, 8:10 pace, 8:15 pace. They were not moving by any stretch of the imagination.
They're not that hard though, Deebo. I've never run on one.
I ran at them the year they debuted them. They had them at the games because I was always part of the fittest fan experience. But yes, they're quite similar to assault runners.
That event was sometimes the events are just really boring. That pegboard event, man, I just like, can this be over? Oh my goodness. What was going on with that? What were the claims about
Albany grip trip? The complaint was that lane 5, that something with the plexiglass, like Ricky actually brought it up in his post, the the post weekend interview. He just said he was pissed off that it came down to that one event. And he said, I think it's obvious that everyone who was in lane 5 got the short end of the stick.
Our guy cares about fairness. That guy.
Oh yeah,
fairness. Yeah,
but they were getting, I think some of the lanes too, they were getting a lot of chalk on their board / on their shoes, which was basically eliminating any grip they had. So they allowed some people to bring out towels that were a little wet, so they'd wipe down their shoes quick before they got on or spit on them. And some people were not allowed to bring out towels, so it was a whole.
Oh, is that true?
Yes.
That's the story. That some. Okay, well, that's stupid. That is then stupid. I would agree with that. But it wasn't just one specific lane. It was like a towel versus not towel situation.
I saw some of the rankings. It seemed like there were definitely some slower lanes, but it's
lane 5
not
was
a large
definitely
enough
slow.
sample size.
But it's hard. Yeah, it's like we're talking about 6 total times out of 60 athletes. Hard to say.
But man, was that
anyway?
Boring.
We digress. Yeah, that one was not great.
Boring. All right, so coming out of that, I think we're still Sam Briggs here.
At 3,
Deebo,
yes.
What are your thoughts?
Keep her at 3.
Keep her at 3. Just because, like, if that was something, who historically Deebo has done well in Murph? Usually Sam Briggs murders everybody. They've done Murph, 4 times at the games? If you count that beach one? 3 times then?
Yeah, they were really into it for a while there.
They were into it. They were almost killing people, not caring. Like, unknown and unknowable. So get ready. But who typically would do well? It was Sam. Would anybody else win?
That seems like so long ago now. I'm trying to bring him up quick, but I don't have him.
We don't have these. Is there like an Alec Blennis, like Murph record holder on the women's side?
Wait for this. Murph 2015. Number 1, Sam Briggs. Number 2, head judge from the World Championships of HYROX, Alethea Boone.
Whoa, just dishing out yellow cards out there. That's a good one because now she's in.
Dishing out.
Let's add her into the mix because that's a great call, Deebo, and she's involved in HYROX. For those of you who didn't catch, one of the head judges at the Worlds, who was very, very strict, was a CrossFit Games athlete from Australia, Alethea
Boone, yes.
Alethea Boone, who is now involved in HYROX. So I think she should be in the mix. Has she run HYROX?
She also tore her Achilles at the CrossFit Games, so I have a special kinship with her.
We have to also call out that if we're going to call out Alethea, we have to call out Kristen Holt, and because she finished 6 seconds behind Alethea.
Yeah, we've mentioned.
But then pretty quickly, Murph's a little tricky because that body weight is so important. Like that year, 4th and 5th, Carlene Matthews and Carrie Pierce were definitely more body weight specialists. So
for sure.
Also, I just looked. Alethea has not run a HYROX.
What the heck? She's just there. She doesn't understand how hard it is to get 30 centimeters on those burpee broad jumps. She just has laser locked in measurement.
Is it possible that her name has changed?
No, I've tried to look before, and I believe she has not run one.
Deebo, what about lasers from the eyeballs? Where the judge is looking
for the burpee standard.
For the burpee standard. What if they have glasses with lasers?
Just like put it on
them?
their hats and just boom.
Yeah, and then you can see.
I think, yeah. And then you could also have a little accountability for the judge because then we could go back and see, is their vision actually correct as far as this 30-centimeter line where it should be?
The answer is no. The vision
and
is
we can give them
correct.
a yellow card.
Then they get the yellow cards. For sure. I like it. All right. We've solved that problem in this mix. What about Lucy Campbell?
I did not know too much about her coming into this weekend. I was looking her up before. I mean, yes, she seems like she'd be like a sub 70 type, but I don't see her being that much quicker than that.
She's got that dog in her, dude. She is the real deal. I think she would be super competitive just because it seems like that's how she's wired. That if she got out there, I think she would try really, really hard. And she might be somebody who could stretch that last 15, 20 minutes better than others.
Yeah, it's gonna be different, obviously, but on just for sake of like comparison on some of the more like engine based workouts in the games, She was, why did it just go away? Oh, because I switched to that. Okay, so she finished 51:36, about a minute 40 behind Tia on run, row, run. But then she finished about 3 seconds behind Tia on throttle up. And then she won hammer down. So from like an
can,
so
she can withstand.
She can withstand. I mean, that was actually pretty impressive.
Now, Matt, I had something I want to say before. Hammer down. I like this theory, but hammer down, second place male was Colton Mertens. I do not see him doing that well on a HYROX.
Correct, but I'm not just evaluating hammer down. I'm saying the combo of the long aerobic and then that other piece that you need, she's got both. She took third in run, row, run, and she took first in hammer down.
Where it's going to be a little bit more tolerant, like Colton, because range of motion, he has advantages where he has massive disadvantages other places. But Lucy Campbell just does it off engine.
I think Lucy Campbell could run a 65.
65. Then that puts her up there. You want it. So, and
she's not going slower than 67 mid.
And I like Amy Kringle too, because in those events that you're talking about, they started both with erg. One was a C2 bike, the first one was a SkiErg, right? And Amy Kringle and the one that started with the Echo bike, she was like the first one off of those machines. I like Amy Kringle versus Lucy Campbell. That should be a doubles team. They're both from the UK. Put them on doubles. Could they, as a doubles team, could Amy Kringle and Lucy Campbell as a doubles team make Elite 15 HYROX?
I'm trying to think of what the
Deebo, you're the doubles guy.
Yes,
here.
I believe they could. Yes.
The
depth of the field in the women's this last year wasn't the greatest, so I think they could maybe squeeze in there. But what do you need to run? Have to get in soon.
What do you need to run?
It was like a 62 or 63, but I think those were the Australian teams. But it was early in the year.
What were the two? What was the Paris and the UK third place times looking like?
Fast, because Meg and Camila got third, but that's because Lucy and
they got second, and then it was Kate and
Zara. That's right. I think that was like a 57 mid.
What about Paris?
Hold please.
I like this. We got to put this out and we got to make this happen. This is going out into the universe. Whoever knows Amy Kringle, Lucy Campbell, they're UK based.
Linda and Viola won with the 55:39. Saka and Rebecca 56:56. The Van den Lindenloofs 50. That's what I was thinking of in UK. That it rolled down to fourth place. Van den Lindenloofs ran a 57:16, and in France it was 57:50. Marie McGinley and Rachel O'Connor.
Deebo, does Amy Kringle and Lucy Campbell, do they beat the Van den Lindenloofs?
This is the tricky part of doubles because the stations, you can't really make up much time. So it eliminates them. They just need to be able to run fast. They would need like an assault bike in the middle or something where they could just hammer it for 50 cals. But I could see them going 58 to 59, but not really.
Lunges and wall balls, they probably can make up 30 to 45 seconds.
I don't know about that.
I think they could. They're so fast. Like if you saw, I'm using Noah and Chandler as a proxy on that, where they were able to make up some time on those back two stations because the relative weight is just so light for those dudes. I think it might be similar for no front rack position for Lucy Campbell to worry about in any of these. I don't know,
dude. The Van den Lindenloofs are legit though.
If they come to they're very good. So I don't know. Let's see.
And specialized. So
let's see if we can make this happen. All right. So
we'll have our sponsors talk to their sponsors.
We're working on it. I'm on the horn. Haley Adams, we haven't talked about. Prime distance Haley Adams.
That's someone that I had pegged that I think is worthy of consideration. Was trying to look up some of her previous games results where it was more engine based.
Generally done well.
She's also still so young, and I forget that, which is crazy. She's like 23.
For HYROX age, for those young girls coming out, that's like seasoned.
Yeah.
Most of them are past retirement age.
No doubt.
23.
Deebo, what do you think about Haley?
I think Haley would get smoked by Emily Rolfe in their current shape.
That's what I just had her next.
A few years ago, I think Haley Adams was more endurance based. I think she's tried to expand and work on her strength and all that. So I think she's lost a little bit of that. So she would be close, but I think Emily Rolfe I would place above her.
And Emily Rolfe, do we want to keep her behind Lucy Campbell and Amy Kringle? Because there's been times where Emily Rolfe has been like this person who you look at for these longer events. But I think she's also kind of done what Haley's done as well, is like found that the glaring holes here are going to be the weightlifting, the bigger lifts, and she's kind of pulled that back a little bit. And she hasn't been dominant, but could she beat Amy Kringle or Lucy Campbell?
Emily Rolfe ran a 17:48 5K at the CrossFit Games.
What'd you run that day? 14:45?
I did beat that day. But no, she did actually win that 5K by 32 seconds.
Who
So
was
no
second?
matter what distance it was, she sort of smoked everyone.
Who was second in that?
I believe Katrin was second that year.
All right, I'll hear it. Is she better than Amy Kringle and Lucy Campbell?
Yes.
Okay. Then we got Haley. We have a bunch of people who've never run a HYROX. Now we're at Bethany Flores. Well, here's the next. Let's round out these next couple, and then we'll move on to the dudes. Bethany Flores. I think Maddie Sturt. She's run 57 and change with Jay Crouch. And then Kristen Holta.
Where did we put Sydney?
Oh, yeah, we can put Sydney in here as well. Do we want to put her? That's the other thing, too. I don't know if Sydney beats Haley, or there's no, I think actually there's no way that she would. Beats Lucy or Haley or Amy Kringle. But this is now where the territory we're in. Sydney Wells, Bethany Flores.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that cross country 4.6K. And she finished 10th in that with an 18:37.
What one was that? Oh, the 5K. Yeah.
The 5K.
Right. Like, I don't know. But she has
Ariel
run a 72.
Ariel Lowen, 18:21. Emma Lawson, 18:31.
Emma's done a HYROX, but a lot of times these CrossFit athletes, they just come out and they're kind of like hobby jogging it. You know, they're not like really giving it their all. And I kind of feel like that was.
She went to World Champs. She did run a 59:01.
Yeah, I raced against her
nice.
and Jack Farlow.
Never mind then. Maybe I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah, so Emma would be someone who you'd have to consider too. It's granted her body of work is just mixed double.
And it's like Jack Farlow in terms of running is like not good. She is probably chilling during their mixed doubles.
She's running 18:31 4.6K, dude.
She's good. I think that she would be good solo. I think Deebo, she breaks 70.
Yes.
I think so too.
Does she break 60 over under 67 and a half?
Over.
Yeah, over.
Okay. So maybe put Emma Lawson there, and then we'll actually get people. Now Sydney Wells, Bethany Flores. Do we want to talk about Maddie Sturt? I don't even know how many numbers we're at. We're really just like we're not doing anything here. We're just talking. we're just speculating. There's not a lot of HYROX going on right now, so we're just hanging in there talking about.
Well, we did have one more speculation.
What else?
Miriam squatted 360 pounds for the back squat in the middle of a CrossFit Games weekend. And my question for the group over the weekend was, how many men in the Elite 15 from this last season who competed at World Championships does she squat more than? Or how many men can squat more than her, we'll say, because that will be a very small
currently
number.
or if
I put
they
the
put
over
a block
under
for it.
No, today. If they lined it up today, who can squat more than her? I put the over under at
Half
2.5.
2.5.
Under.
So we're saying Hunter, right?
For me, it's Hunter and Graham.
360. That's a good call on Graham. Yeah, who else?
I feel like I've seen Tomas
right
Tvrdik
now.
is actually quite strong.
Tomasz, I believe,
seen him
would
moving
be
some weight.
really strong. I believe he could be strong. I don't know what kind of range of motion we're talking about, so that would be the half. 360 is not that light. That's really not that light.
If you unrack
our
360
guy,
today,
Colin Stiefer
was
is
not in the Elite
sneaky.
15.
Last year.
What do you
Not in Chicago.
Oh, that's right.
What-
That's right. That qualifier, I forgot. Okay.
What's he been? What's he squatting?
I'm just saying, old CrossFit guy, team reach, they believe in lifting heavy ass weight. I'm just saying, I don't know, but I think he's got a shot. Deebo, in your heyday, could you do it?
In my heyday, yes. Today, absolutely not.
You don't think you could do it?
Right
So if-
now.
If I did it, it would be all heart. It would be
Getting past that sticking point.
I mean, Rich, you still keep that heavy ass weightlifting in there. What are you topping out right now?
not
280?
Yeah. If I'm like, yeah, if I give me like 2 weeks to just make sure I won't get hurt, maybe I could get 300 up.
300. Yeah, so I'm
but-
sticking with 2. The only other person from last year's Elite 15 that I think would maybe have a shot I'm with Deebo on this. I think Hunter can do it if you challenged him. I think Graham would do it, and I think Bo would have a shot at doing it.
I was going to say, Bo's a very good CrossFitter, and I think I would peg him more at like 340 to 350.
Yeah, do we know what his like clean is? Like, what do you if your back squat's 360 and you're a decent CrossFitter in terms of like your lifts? Are we talking? Is that like 275 for a clean?
Maybe right around there.
You think Bo could clean 275?
I don't know if that's the best predictor of a back squat, but yeah, I have faith. Oh, he's on hybrid engine.
So he's doing double threshold into heavy cleans.
I'm sticking with. I'm going to go under. I think if the line is 2.5, I think it's Graham and it's Hunter.
If Deebo doesn't think he can do it, I don't think anybody else can do it either. So I'm taking the under.
She's very strong.
She's very strong. But isn't that funny though?
And it looked easy.
But like that's one thing with CrossFit as well, right? If that was like a max snatch, she's like way down. But the lift event just was a short lever.
Oh yes,
squat
or if
mechanic.
it's just a deadlift, then Colton Mertens isn't winning.
He's not coming close.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, oh, this is just
Okay. For all the short kings out there, let's chill on that. 570 pounds on the bar. I don't give a shit if he's 5'4" or not. That was insane.
It was insane. I'm just saying if it was a deadlift,
if it was
would be a
anything
different
else.
story.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
He probably
but
squats more than he
still,
deadlifts.
Probably.
He might. Shout out to Matt giving standing up for the short kings out there.
Dude, you guys are out here cranking on a dude who put all 3 of us on his back. And probably then some. Rich, what you weighing these days?
He's short. 174 this morning.
Deebo?
Let's say 225. I'm not sure.
Deebo said he was going to get down to 180 for
225.
Worlds. He's
Wow,
not.
okay, so
he's
we're
not
at-
225.
So
He's
we're
lying.
at 400. We're at 400. Yeah, I mean, he's squatting all 3 of us. He put all 3 of us on his back and goes down and up.
Put the team on my back, dude. Let's move on to the dudes, where we have
way bigger sample size.
much bigger sample size, and I think that this is interesting. Then, right? If we believe, Deebo and I believe that Adler would go sub 60 first shot, but he's never done it. And Ricky's been right around 60, 45 is what he said, right?
I disagree.
On Ricky's time, we just talked about that.
Nope. On Adler's time. I believe that Adler can be a sub 60 athlete. I do not think he does it on the first try.
Because he would make mistakes, or why?
Because I think that everybody, like, we're talking about, it has happened more frequently now but we're still talking about a relatively small sample size of people who have actually come in and gone sub 60 in their debut. Jack will fact check us in the comments. I think it might be less than 10 people. Or it might be less than 15. It might even be less than 10 people who have done it on a debut. I think that you run one is easy. He hits the ski. He's skiing. He feels like this isn't that hard. He hits the push. He's going to bleed time somewhere. We saw the same thing with Ricky. Like when he raced Wooly and JK, he was right there with them. And then about run 5, run 6, it smacked him in the face and he closed strong. But I just think like sub 60 is still a very hard thing to do. And Adler is world class, but I don't think he does it on his first run. And yes, he did beat Ricky and Roman in run, row, run. And he did seem to have more gas in the tank at the finish, but he only beat Ricky by 30 seconds.
Right. And if Ricky runs 60-45, stretch
His
another
second
15
time doing
seconds. So you think it's going to be more of an experience thing?
Correct. I think he can do it for sure. I don't think he does it on the first time. I don't think he does it the first try.
Deebo, thoughts?
He does it easy on his first try.
That's absurd.
I
saying he does it easy is insane.
I mean, I don't think he's running 58 anything, but I do think he's under. I think he's pretty locked in. He's basically, did you see how he performed the rest of the week? He's basically a HYROX athlete out there. He used to be the strongest. He used to be the strongest dude in the field. Seriously,
Dude, maybe he's coming.
Maybe he's have coming. To. Expect, what was the 9th place? What did he win? Not for 9th place. How much money did he win? I just saw this number.
And he does actually pace things, which would obviously help him. I have
Where's the heart rate
he would be
monitor?
the type, he'd be the type that like comes out easy on the first like 4 runs, sees how he's feeling after burpees, and then tries to pick it up. I think he would actually run it appropriately for a first time.
$12,079.
That's not that much. That's not that much. I got 2,000 for basically just finishing the race at HYROX. He's probably looking at this thinking like, look at these chumps. I mean, 12,000, I think that's like 3rd place, right? At HYROX.
Yeah.
So I think it was like 30, 19, 12.
I'm going to defend our sport. I think that he's doing well. I just don't think that I think to say that he does it easy in the first try. Come on.
Look, I'm with you, man. If I want to hate on people as much as anybody else. I do. You know that. I'm ready for it. But he's just like, he's been pretty locked in on this running thing for a while. And his strength numbers are like kind of down because of it. Like that back squat, like him missing back squats, him getting 17th in that one was like crazy to me. He used to be like the strongest dude. But yeah, he's just like, he's in on HYROX, man. Next thing, does he have a YouTube channel? Because I'm seeing the thumbnail already. Going all in. Why I'm going all in?
HYROX Toronto.
HYROX Toronto.
I'll have a showdown with him.
We need a Quebec. You're doing Toronto again. That's like your lucky 5th heat. Hoping to be into.
I am the king of Toronto. I will be returning to defend my title.
I want to see if he can take
I
his
have the
crown.
Canadian record right now.
Cole Learn is going to do what you did with Rich. And Cole Learn is going to take your photo and put it above his treadmill and just stare at it every single day. The actual Canadian just heard you say that you're the king of Canada.
No, I'm also the Canadian record holder. I believe you have to run the record on Canadian soil.
That's landmass. We believe in landmass records here. I am the North American king, if that's the case. The United States king. No, never mind.
No, didn't Dylan?
Tim has it now, and Dylan has it now. I had it for a little bit. Well, Dylan's time doesn't count.
No. Have you not talked? HYROX said it's all equal.
Everything's
okay.
The
We're getting sidebar here. So
length.
you guys think that you guys are willing to say Adler is number 1?
Adler smokes Ricky. He's been smoking Ricky in these events. Ricky gets in over his skis, can't hang. Ricky does have that 60-45, which is very good.
Okay, I'm going to use the same logic you used against me. If we can't put Tia over Christy, you can't put Adler on the list who's never done one.
I will say I'm in between. I was almost going to say I agree with Matt, but Adler should definitely be on the list, but he should not be number 1.
Okay. I think he smokes him, but we can put him 2. Or I guess, let's see who else is on this list. Do we even put him 2? For singles, we have athletes like James Sprague, who finished 3rd, almost 2nd. Like if Medeiros didn't out lean him. Sprague gets second at the CrossFit Games. At that last, right? It was like 2 points.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
That
Shout
is
outs to-
correct. Yeah. He finished the last event second, and it wasn't even 2 seconds. It was 0.5.
Yeah, crazy. I'm a James Sprague fan for the same reason that Matt Mason is a Colton Mertens fan. He's out there doing it for the tall dudes in CrossFit. He is like as much of an anomaly as Colton out there, being like 6'2", tall dudes.
Is he the only?
Disadvantage.
He's got to still be. Yeah, he has to be the only person to ever win a CrossFit Games without winning an event.
Did he not win any events last year? No, he won that step over event.
No, I don't think he did. I was pretty sure that he won without taking a single event win.
Huh. I thought he won the goofiest one that you've ever seen.
Let me look.
Chad. Yeah, he won Chad.
Damn it! I hate it when you're right. Yeah, he won Chad.
See, I didn't even do any research on that. I just pulled that one straight up.
He won Chad by a lot too.
That's when he's got that dog in him, and I like him for that reason as well. Like I watched him in Vegas race, and he was being so competitive. You could tell he just really wanted to put everything he could out there. He just did a half Ironman, right? I don't know how well it went. That's Matt Mason's specialty. But James Sprague here, James Sprague above Adler.
I have one person to bring up
Okay.
who I think could be an edge case. Joshua Wichtrup, a former HYROX world record holder and also competed in the 2019 CrossFit Games. Are we going to include him on this list?
That's pretty good.
Now, 2019 was the year national
Oh, that's the
champions were
goofy
allowed.
one.
But
Deep
also,
cuts.
I mean, he is from
How'd he do?
Germany, so it's not like he was not beating good people to get there. And
Is
he
that
got,
true?
I believe he got 19th in those games. So he made almost all the cuts. So he did have a good
18th.
performance.
All right, I'm hearing it.
All right,
I'll
I've
hear
got Sprague 70.3, by the way, and I don't know how well he's doing in HYROX. 32-minute swim time, 3-hour bike, 1:43 half, which is like
Okay.
what, 7:15s, 7:20s.
I actually don't know, so I can't make fun of you. Keep spitting.
Let's see, 1:43 half marathon pace is 7:51. That's not going to cut it.
I mean, compared to CrossFitters, it's pretty. If you're under 8s, I like this Josh Wichtrup. Is he should he be above Ricky?
Ooh, so he ran a 61:51 in 2018. So at that time, obviously, that was very fast. He also recently ran in Berlin, but he did run only a 60:40 in Berlin. So that's equivalent to what, a 80?
I think that's 79, 80-ish.
Yeah, but I would say that 61:51 in Leipzig, that was back when it was
the
25 meters. That would have been the 25-meter
legit.
sleds. That's
He had
legit
the world
time.
record.
I think
That's
that
legit time.
I think he has to be number 1. I think he has to be number 1. And he was like,
That is the
competing.
time when someone from that era probably trumps this era. No center sleds, no turf, 25 meters. That time is legit.
And at the games, I mean, like there was a season where, what was it, 100 people made it, Deebo? This was the year with the blowhard card for Hunter. But I think there was actually 100 qualifiers. But like he beat athletes like Fikowski, Willie George, Sean Sweeney. These are all like Ant Haynes. These are all games athletes. Jason Smith. He beat a bunch of good athletes here. So he's not just like some guy that got stuck into the games from this weird system.
And
we're going Wichtrup 1.
I think it's
Ricky
only right.
2?
He's German. I think I like this.
Ricky 2.
I think so.
Adler 3. Even though
Adler
he's never
or
done one.
Sprague.
And then Sprague 4, yeah.
It can't be Sprague. A guy running. No, I love James Sprague running the 7:51s.
Dude, don't be
Going to cut it.
Don't be so mad because he's over 6 foot tall. It's not.
No one
his
else has
fault.
run faster than him in an actual HYROX, though.
That's true. But there are ones that are close. And then we can start bringing in the doubles into, say, if we talk about James Newbury, who was on the winning team for the relay. How does that count?
Doesn't.
How does that count?
doesn't.
Then we have Sam Cornwallier. I think I pronounced that better than I thought I was going to. 64-14, which is pretty good. It's pretty
Solid.
good. And yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. It is interesting. Like the guys who you think would do well. Are there athletes who what are your want? Who do you want to see? Fikowski, Hopper, Yella Hosta would be one that you'd want to see. Roman.
I would actually like to see. I would like to see Chandler and or Noah do a solo, because that 54-12 they did is legit.
Super legit. Yeah, I think this might be the Chandler. You think Chandler versus James Sprague?
Ooh, buddies. I don't know. I actually think with the Chandler has befriended the raccoon. And I said raccoon weird right there. But Chandler,
how I say it in Wisconsin?
I don't know. Chandler has befriended Dylan Scott. He's doing a lot of engine work, and that 54-12, that's a legit time.
Kuma athlete, you know,
I'm just saying.
It's got to mean something.
Okay, I'm cool with
putting Chandler fourth.
Over under 61-45
for
Chandler.
Solo.
Chandler,
yeah, I'm gonna have to take the over.
You think he's slower than Ricky?
Yeah,
I'll take the over too. I think he benefits a lot from that little bit of rest you get in the doubles.
How much over? How far off?
63, 64.
I think he'd be in that James Sprague, but because he has that 54 doubles in there, and he's run a bunch of them. He's got the experience.
I think he's beating James. I agree. I don't think he's going to beat Ricky, but I think he's going to beat James.
I'm with it. Putting him fourth.
Good guy Chandler Smith. One for the good guys. You know what I'm saying?
He's in there. Let's also look at these other doubles here. No one else really in the doubles standing out. Unless we're talking, is this a James Newberry time now?
I mean, James Newberry has probably run the most, right?
Yeah.
At this point,
he's done solo.
16 races.
He's done 16 races.
16
Are you serious?
races. Yeah.
How many have you done, Matt?
Not 16.
Not 16. No way.
12, 13.
All right.
Yeah, he just ran Sydney twice in the last month.
Keep that month. You're drifting.
I've only done 8 races. I just looked up. What the heck?
He's only done
16.
Interestingly enough,
didn't do any.
Interestingly enough, he's only run one solo.
But pretty good. He could probably
64,
go faster
30,
than this.
64, 36, and then and now he's got a lot of experience. I mean, he might have Sprague and Chandler beat. Yeah.
I'm putting third. I'm giving Chandler the spot just because I like him. And then James after that. Not that I don't like James, but I like Chandler more. How about that? That's all right. James Newberry, James Sprague.
Medeiros has done. I mean, we're going to mixed doubles, but Medeiros had a good showing on some of the running events this weekend, and he had a 58 mixed time, which is not the best, but I don't know how much work she did.
He did better in these running events.
Also, heavy disclaimer: Medeiros is my favorite CrossFit athlete, so it should be noted.
Of course, he is.
Yeah, you guys are same.
Who would we rank higher? Samuel Cornway, 64-14 individual, or Noah Olson being part of a 54-12 doubles team?
I think that Noah and Chandler could. I think that they could be 62-63 guys.
I don't know. It seems a lot for Noah.
But didn't he also just do a 70.3?
Yeah, you looked this up. You were bashing on our tall guy. Now over here on Noah, you're like, no, let's see how this goes. Did he run faster than 8 minutes?
Yeah, let me see. I'm pretty sure he just did an Ironman.
I'm guessing he ran over 8 minute miles, if I had to guess. What do we put Matt Fraser here? 68.
At the bottom.
Open doubles. Not the strongest partner.
I think he was wearing sweatpants when he did it too.
He was wearing sweatpants.
He came out. He had like
epic.
He had like a gnarly injury, O'Keefe. He had like a real serious like detached muscle injury or something like that when he was training for Boston. So, you got to get out there, because you gotta when you're gonna affiliate, right? So you gotta put your name out in the HYROX brand.
Get some pictures.
You gotta get for the marketing specifically. How about Moritz Fiebig in those the hammer down, throttle up? Just those dudes on the SkiErg. I think Moritz came off the SkiErg 35 cals in like 65 seconds. It was crazy.
he
I was
was
like,
quick at
what?
it.
I didn't even think that was possible. Like, what is that cals per
It's like
hour?
1,800 cows per hour. They were probably. I was thinking they were pulling
18, and they're hanging in that for a minute, and then doing 36 chest to bar with a. You do get that. Have you done a? This is a Jared Newby question. Yes, Jared Newby. Put the vest on. Does that make the SkiErg easier?
I have never done it, but it seems like it would make sense.
Give a little bit extra weight.
I've done it with a weight vest. I don't think it makes. It's just awkward.
It doesn't. You don't feel like you get more of like any advantage.
No,
really?
because like, it also because I think that SkiErg, and I'm sure I'm about to get corrected by two people who know more than me, but like it's arms, core, legs. But I feel like for me, it's like core first, then arms, then legs, and I feel like it may help a little bit at the beginning, but like it tires out your core faster.
I can see that. Lower back probably takes a hit.
Yeah, because you're just like you're going that up down motion with the weight, and if it's too snug, it's uncomfortable, and if it's too loose, then it's like popping you.
Those little beefcakes, though, they had professionally fitted vests. They were ready for it.
Little beefcakes.
Speaking of, what's this 70.3 time?
Yeah, so he actually ran a full, so respect.
Shouts. Okay.
Yeah, shouts. He 10 hours 58 minutes, swim time 106, bike time 5:31. Not bad. Run time little tough 4:08, but that's a lot of work.
It's a lot. It could have been a nutrition thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
those are 9-minute miles effectively.
All right, we got to stick him in here somewhere though, because he's just been out here representing. He's at Worlds. We like him. Above or below James Sprague? If you had to pick, let's do this. If you had to pick a doubles partner, would you take Sam Cornwallier or Noah Olson?
Noah.
Noah.
Would you take Noah or James?
James.
Okay, so that there he is. Okay, I like that. How about where are we now? Is there anybody else that I'm really? What about Travis Mayer?
He was always a guy when he was on the come up that I would always hear his coaches and stuff talking about how good of a runner he is, how fast he is. But I feel like he never really backed it up that much in endurance events at the games, as much as I expected him to.
Who won the Capitol?
He was, I believe, he may have been in the first heat.
He
was
first heat
running. I mean, that also had a lot of other strength inside it, though.
It was but I mean, it was
heavy farmers carries at the end, and then that
but I mean,
sandbag
like
and the
skill.
pig
Started with the pig. But what year was that?
22, maybe.
That's exactly where I went. Here, yep, we are correct. Let's look. Were you guys jealous of that one? Do you win that one, Deebo?
I would have loved to do that one. I was there. I was on the steps watching it. That was an awesome event.
So it was Ricky, then Roman. So we got to talk about Roman, and then it was Travis. Travis has done. I think this. I don't know if this is just lore, but I believe he has done Karen unbroken with a 30.
I've heard that as well. I believe that is true.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just gross?
I think I've done like 30 unbroken with a 30-pounder.
That's pretty good. You know, let's fit the little.
That's pretty gnarly.
All right. If we had a doubles partner, and if you had to pick a doubles partner, would you take Sam Cornwallier or Roman Karenikov?
Roman.
Would you take Noah or Roman?
That's a close one, but Roman.
Noah.
You're taking Noah. I'm taking Roman. Break it down.
I would have taken Roman I'd taken Roman versus Sam, but I'm probably going Noah.
Height bias. James Sprague or Roman?
It's not height bias. I can point. He's actually done it. I can point to verifiable evidence.
No, you're just proving my point by getting upset. Roman or James Sprague?
James Sprague
James
has to
Sprague.
be above him.
James Sprague. Yeah. Okay. We're putting Roman right above Noah because I think just because of this capital result, this is really good. All right. How we doing? Do we need to do more of this? How much more do we need to do?
I think we need to discuss how would the CrossFit Games champ, Jason Hopper, do in a HYROX. He may not be on this list, but you do have to realize he is 230 pounds.
He's big.
Big boy.
He is
Big
so
boy.
big. I was watching it and being like, this is just an insane athlete. Like how big he is and like being able to have the kind of engine he has. What kind of route runner do you think he is? Deebo,
Tight end, baby, for sure.
he's tight end now. That's it. He said he was at Clemson, right?
Yes.
And was a wide receiver there. Deebo, you got cleaner routes than Hopper?
I never had clean routes. I played defense.
Oh, I thought you were a receiver too. Okay, you got Hopper coming across the middle. You're playing strong safety. You lighten him up?
I avoid contact at all costs.
Okay, you're wrapping him up. Wrapping him up. Wrapping him up. Take him down. All right.
2.5 minutes behind Adler in run, row, run. So let's set the over under for Hopper at you guys say that Adler is running 59 easy. He doesn't even need to show up. Just give it to him. Put his Jack Bauer, put his name on the check
on a regular course.
On a regular course,
20
59
on the 25s.
easy. So Hopper over under 66.15.
Ooh, good line.
Under.
I think under
he
as well.
ran a 54-minute sim, I believe I heard. So way under.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, he's got the world record sim. I think that okay. Him or Sprague?
Sprague's got him.
Sprague's got him. Him or Hopper or Roman?
That'd be a good matchup. I'd pay to see that.
I'm going Roman though.
Doubles. What does Hopper and Roman run together? Let's make this happen. Do they get to Elite 15?
No.
I agree.
They have
no shot. Yeah, no
much
shot.
less of a shot than the hypothetical
Noah
one.
and Chandler have done what 4 together, and their best time is 54 mid. And Deebo and Dawson, who just ran in the Elite 15, aren't even in they're 19th right now on the new season with a 50-50. So no. No one on this. No, there is no combination of current CrossFitters that is breaking into the the men's Elite 15 doubles.
Deebo, I heard you're gonna give a workout a spin potentially. Is this true?
I'm hurt.
You're hurt. You can't do it.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. I'm hurt. I'm back.
And I got your splits. I know your splits.
You know what Rich is doing. I'm gonna package it up.
My only question is, if you're doing threshold, how do you suddenly get so much slower if you're at threshold?
What do you mean? During the runs?
You started out fast on the ski, and by the end, I saw you fading a little.
I was hurting. Mixed modality work. Look, I don't know if you know.
Is this the cross country workout?
Is
that what you're talking about?
The CrossFit cross country.
Yeah,
Dylan's
Dylan's workout.
racing.
Oh, are you
I will
do
never
that
do
one?
that workout.
That workout was.
Yeah, dude. Did I see right? Did Steefer give you that work, Rich?
Did he?
I think he. I don't know how to score it.
The scoring made no sense.
This scoring.
Why the scoring wasn't
Dylan,
just,
I love you. The scoring made no sense.
Why wasn't it just 15 minutes of max distance on the treadmill? Could have been that way, but no. Maybe because I got a big penalty for not cheating, just for not doing well.
Just for not doing well. Tough.
Penalized. Okay. What else now? How many? I think we have enough.
Definitely.
So we had on the men's side, Josh Wittrup, Ricky Garrard, Jeff Adler, never run one. I'm gonna put a little asterisk. Chandler Smith, James Newbury, James Sprague, Roman Krennikov, also never done one. Jason Hopper, never done one. On the women's is gonna be crazy. Noah Olson, Sam Cornoyer, and I have Travis Mayer in here just because I copied and pasted his name. We'll be cool with him rounding this one out. He has done doubles. What did he do in the doubles? Like, not bad.
Well, I do think Deebo's got this footnote on here. I think it's worth talking about. Brandon Luckett did
Yes.
finish 1 place behind Rich Ryan in Dallas 2022. You ran a 67 in that race. Now you're a 54 guy. So does that make him a 57 guy?
No, he was not 1 minute behind me. He was 1 place behind me. I think I ran.
I think it was like 5 minutes.
63. Yeah. This is when depth was a little bit.
Okay, so is he a 59 guy?
I think he could be really good. And the way he is built as an athlete, like he does not look like a CrossFit Games athlete. And he qualified, I think, for the CrossFit Games last year. So he's like super fit, not that big. I wouldn't put him in the short or tall categories, kind of in the middle. I think he could do really well.
Just saying.
Deebo, what do we think?
A lot of people asking.
A lot of people asking about Brandon Luckey here. That was the OG days too. That was the course Hunter set the record on. That was 55.
I would put Miko Salo on the list before him.
Whoa.
That's too far back for most people, though.
What about Miko, Josh Bridges in his day?
I mean, where does Hiller fit on this list?
Hiller has got to be in here. All clean reps, no matter what. What about Fraser? We didn't really talk about Matt Fraser.
Speaking of which, did you see the controversy with? Well, as we said, he can't be. Fraser can't be on here because
of his results.
Did you see the games? The Hiller video of the event with burpee jump overs, and James Sprague had his knee wraps just below the knee, and it explicitly states in the rule book that you can't do that because of the rebound effect. Did you guys see this?
No, you can't wear. CrossFit needs to shut up. Like, what are we doing with all these standards and this and that? It's like, I think
there is literally a rule that says that you can't, like the knee sleeves they wear for like lifting.
Yeah.
It literally states in the rule book that for like burpees and like jumps and things like that, you can't have them folded down below the knee because it aids in rebound. I don't understand the science behind it, but somehow it supposedly helps with like rebounding. And clear as day, Sprague comes over, rolls him down right below. I mean, they're knee sleeves right below his knee. Hiller called him for it.
Well, we got Elite 15 athletes running races with chalk in their pocket these days. That's illegal.
Rapid cooling, dumping water on themselves.
I gave him a heads up. He responded and said, "Thank you." He was not aware. I don't want to see I don't want to see. Yeah, I'm not gonna out him, but we got one of our mans, friend of the show, Elite 15 singles and doubles athlete, put a post out about how he carried chalk with him around the course, and I slid into those DMs. I was like, "Hey, dude, that's against the rules now. You might not want to do that.
Not allowed. Not allowed." I did not see that about Jim Sprague, and I don't know. Like, I just think CrossFit just needs to just shut up with all this stuff. And it seemed like one event, I think it was the fat grip deadlift. Like, they had to jump over the bar.
Yeah,
to get back.
A couple people they brought back. They had to go over the bar. They had to go through the bar to get to the
unknown and unknowable, man.
Also, I'm just going to say some of the squat form, and by form, I don't even mean like typical CrossFit squatting. I just mean depth was a problem. So all you CrossFitters that come at us for wall ball depth, I understand they got heavy weight, but maybe they should go lighter because there were a lot of people that weren't even getting to 90.
Little suspects. Hard to say.
Not Miriam, though.
No chance. She's got
blasted.
Boom. 6 inches of range of motion there. Matt Fraser in his prime.
Sub 60 for sure.
He's
absurd.
He's I think he's pushing that 61, 62 though.
I agree, but I'm not willing to give anybody until a CrossFitter comes in and does it. I'm not willing to concede this point. You call me a homer. Deebo is a CrossFitter at heart. So he's always going to err on their side, but until someone does it, I refuse to give any CrossFitter sub 60 out of the gate.
Deebo, what's some of the language that they use, the broad domains across multiple modalities? Like, they have a couple sentences that you definitely know.
Constantly varied functional movement performed at high intensity.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
Fitness is work capacity across broad time and modal domains.
That is true. What about the nutrition, like the fruit, seeds? Did they talk?
I didn't believe in that, so I don't know that.
You're off on that one. Yeah, that's how you know. If you can read,
Deebo's eating nerd clusters.
If you can recite the Bible as written by Glassman, you've been around. You've been around.
All right, I got a question. If we're done with the rankings,
yeah.
How did you interpret Tia's comments? Do you think she will come back?
What did she say?
So they asked her on day 2 at the end when she pulled out that win. They asked her basically like, how did you do this? How'd you pull it off? Whatever. And were you in? Were you out? And she basically said, this is paraphrasing, obviously, but she basically said, I don't know that I would have spent as much time focused on another sport.
Didn't say HYROX. She was coached not to say HYROX too.
I would not spend as much time focused on another sport as I did. She came back. She won. It's a massive payday. And I will say this, even if she felt like, I wasn't as good as I could have been because of how much time she spent on HYROX, she's not anywhere close to being dethroned.
No. I mean, Laura Horvath and Emma Lawson.
World Fitness Project now, right?
Yes. Which, I don't know if you guys saw that post when they posted, World Fitness Project just posted about Jason Hopper, about him and they didn't mention CrossFit in the Hopper post. So, we're just being mature across the board, these functional fitness sports. Does Tia, like Lucy Campbell had the jersey for a minute. Does Laura do better than at these games? Or does Emma Lawson?
They had deficit handstand push-ups, so
she would have gotten a 0 on that workout. But
that was also an all-time quote by Tia.
They
asked her why she's so good at handstand push-ups.
Oh yeah.
And she said that she trains, and then they said, "What do you do? At what depth do you use?" And she says, "What the boys do, and then some." And the arena lost it. I lost it too. It was good.
Also, that event super boring, boring event. That one, I was literally I was like, "What do they need to get to 90?" Okay, let me just fast forward until they're at like 80.
I mean, to be honest, Run Row Run was also super boring. I don't care. Yeah,
stop this.
No,
I want to see athletes maintain zone 3 for as long as possible.
I want to see Jakob. I want to see Jakob and Cole Hawker do Run Row Run at a fast pace. I don't want to watch people running 6:30s.
What do you think Jakob's going to pull on that row?
220. It doesn't matter. He wins the run by 8 minutes. Easy.
I'm giving Jakob work on that one. He ain't beating me.
Okay, but anyway, what do we think this means for Tia? Do you think that to your point, I think, does Laura make it closer? Maybe, but there was the deficit handstand push-ups, and Tia could have she could have just started event 9, 10, and then just stopped and would have won still by 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, weakest field that we've seen in a long time, especially on the women's end.
But do we think it's going to get stronger?
I think people will come back. I think people will come back to this. So potentially, I don't know. This is like, she is in Brett Favre territory with this now, where it's like whatever she says is to drum up conversation. So
we got a dachshund that is just unhappy.
That dachshund is a puppy dog who just needs some love.
I'm dog sitting. It's not even a dachshund. I don't know what this dog is.
Deebo
got a dachshund. Deebo got a dachshund. Became a rover.
I like it.
I don't even know.
It's a good looking dog, dude.
All right, let's wrap this thing up so everyone can go tend to their puppies. All right, we did this. Don't know if anybody cared to listen to this.
I think it's a good one.
This is a one for us for sure. Cool. So make sure we are taking a look at the Race Brain drop. So much good stuff cooking up over there from Marcus Wallace each week. Subscribe to receive that directly to your inbox. Like, subscribe, give us a little review if you're liking the HYROX rundown. We're going to have things really pick up in the next couple of months, but we want to have a little bit of downtime here in the next couple. We got some real fun stuff coming on that is going to be beneficial for everyone's travel experience and for their wallet in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be an all-time. That might be worse than this one. Deebo, over under the...
You let Jack and I start cooking on that, it's going to be incredible.
All right, that'll wrap us up. Thanks, y'all. Talk to you soon.